A very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I extend a warm welcome to all of you to our 45th annual general meeting of the company. I thank all our shareholders and members for joining this meeting. I hope all of you are safe and in good health. This meeting is being held through video conferencing in accordance with the directives issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and SEBI. A virtual AGM also makes it easier for our shareholders across the country and internationally to attend and participate with ease. The company has taken requisite steps to enable members to participate and vote on the items set out in the notice of this AGM. Before we begin, I would like to mention a few points regarding participation in the AGM through video conferencing. The facility of joining the AGM through VC or other audiovisual means has been made available for members on a first-come, first-served basis. We have 8 shareholders who have confirmed as speaker shareholders. All members who have joined this meeting shall be muted by default to avoid any disturbances. Thank you. The requisite quorum for the meeting as required under Section 103 of the Companies Act 2013 is present. Therefore, I call the meeting to order and we can commence the proceedings of the meeting. I take pleasure in introducing our board members and other officials. We have Mr. Shamak Tata, Chairman, Audit Committee. Mr. Harsh Mariwala, Chairman, Nomination and Remuneration Committee. Mr. Meher Pudumjee, Chairman, Stakeholder Relationship Committee. Mr. Parag Shah, Chairman, Risk Management Committee. Mrs. Rajni Kesari, Dr. Ravi Gopinath, Mr. Ashish Bhandari, MD and CEO, Mr. Rajendran Arunachalam, CFO, Ms. Sangeet Hunjan, Company Secretary and Compliance Officer, and myself, Meher Pudumjee. Before we begin, I would like to pause for a moment and remember someone very dear to Thermax. In early May this year, we lost our highly valued board member, Dr. Ravi Pandit. His association with Thermax and his contribution to Indian industry left a lasting impact on everyone who had the privilege of knowing him. Ravi will be remembered with great affection and deep gratitude. He will be missed not only by all of us at Thermax, but by our country. May I request all of you to join me in a moment of silence as we begin today to honor his memory. Thank you. I would now like to proceed further. Request from corporate shareholders for their representatives has been received and considered. Since there is no physical attendance of members, the requirement of appointing proxies is not applicable. The requisite statutory registers, auditor's report, secretarial audit report, and the documents that are referred to as available for inspection in the AGM notice have been made so available. These shall remain accessible to members for electronic inspection if they so desire. Since the notice has been circulated to all members, I take the notice of the AGM as read. The Chairman of the Audit Committee, Nomination and Remuneration Committee, Stakeholder Relationship Committee, representatives of the statutory auditors, cost auditors, and secretarial auditors are present at the meeting. May I go to my slideshow, please? And I'd like to make a presentation as I do every year. So a very warm welcome once again to the 45th Annual General Meeting of Thermax. Next. Thermax completes 60 years this year. I've always felt that this is a business with a purpose, an institution that is built on a strong set of values, with a responsibility to make a difference to every stakeholder. The foundation of our company was laid in 1966, manufacturing boilers in collaboration with Wonson of Belgium. Later, we diversified into water, chemicals, air pollution control, cooling, and power. In 1995, Thermax went public. After a downturn and selling a number of new businesses we had gotten into, in 2001, we started to strengthen ourselves, crank the innovation engine, and grow. Many of us will remember the tough time we went through. I do want to acknowledge my mother, Mrs. Anuaga, thanks to whose leadership we are all here today. Over the last 6 years, we've positioned ourselves as trusted partners to our customers in their energy transition journey, diversifying into a number of new businesses. When I look at where we stand today, I feel a great sense of gratitude. 16 manufacturing facilities, over 100,000 assets installed over the years, customers in 90 countries, and a team of Thermaxians who come to work each day with purpose, resilience, and wanting to make a difference. A big thank you to all of you. Next. Reflecting back on the year gone by, let me begin with the external factors that provided us with tailwinds. Despite all that happened globally, India held its ground remarkably well, with GDP growing at 7.6%. The government stayed firmly committed to energy transition and energy security, with emphasis on infrastructure, clean energy, and industrial decarbonization, whether it be policies that were introduced on bioenergy, green hydrogen, emission norms, or energy-efficient manufacturing, and also a push on large thermal power plants. And then there was something none of us fully anticipated a few years ago, the explosion of artificial intelligence, and with it, an enormous new appetite for data centers that need reliable power and efficient cooling. That has opened a new market for Thermax. But the year had its difficulties too. The ongoing conflict in the Middle East disrupted trade flows, creating havoc across global supply chains. Commodity and raw material prices rose through the year, putting pressure on our costs, most acutely in our chemicals business. And of course, the heavy monsoons came in the way of execution of many of our projects. I turned to the positives internally. We booked orders worth 13,871 crores, and more importantly, better quality orders with a lower risk. PAT grew to 720 crores. We won a few breakthrough orders, 1,600 crores for an 800 megawatt supercritical boiler, our first large data center orders, both in India and the United States, and important wins in Nigeria and the Middle East. Some of our new growth engines are seeing small green shoots. Of course, some events did not go as planned. Our renewable energy business, FEPL, continued to face project delays and operational challenges. Fixing this and bringing an investor as we grow the portfolio is a clear priority for the year ahead. A large FOAK legacy project taken nearly 4 years ago saw delays from design changes and execution difficulties impacting our P&L last year and continue into Q1. And you'll see that in our figures as we go forward. We hope the worst is behind us now. Our chemicals business fell short of our plans, weighing down by low utilization at our new plant, rising input costs, and investments into new businesses. And the last point is one that I speak with a very heavy heart. Despite investing time and money in training for safety, we experienced 4 fatalities during the year. This is a matter of deep concern for all of us. The board has discussed a fundamental reassessment of our safety governance structure at the leadership level, which includes safety as a key performance indicator, starting at the very top. apart from continuous safety training and ensuring that safety is embedded in engineering itself. Next. I'd like to take you through a few slides talking about each stakeholder. We can begin with our shareholders. Next. Our performance in a nutshell. Revenue up 3.1% to 10,694 crores, yet PAT was up 13.7%. Order booking was up 34% with an order balance of 13,604 crores of good quality orders. And international revenue at 3,084 crores, which is about 29% of our revenue. In the last 10 years, our EPS has grown from 25 to almost 64 rupees a share. The board decided to give a dividend of rupees 14 a share plus rupees 6 as a one-time special dividend to celebrate our 60th year. A big thank you to all of you shareholders for your trust in Thermax and for walking this journey alongside us. On behalf of the board, our sincere thanks to our MD and CEO Ashish Bhandari for his leadership, our EC members, our SBU heads, and all our employees and other stakeholders. Next. This year gave us a few occasions to pause and celebrate. Let me share some of them. The one that brought back a lot of nostalgia was our return to the National Stock Exchange, where we rang the ceremonial bell to mark 30 years of Thermax's listing. Standing there, I thought of my grandfather, who laid the foundation of this institution, my father, who took the company public in 1995, and my mother, who steered us through some of the most difficult years. The event brought together so many who have shaped this journey. The bell is not just a mark of celebration, but a starting point for the road ahead. Also recognized with various awards during the year were our MD and CEO Ashish Bhandari, Mrs. Anu Aga, and Thermax. Next, let's move on to our customers and the planet. Next. What strikes me about this slide is that the world, including India, is at the center of energy security thanks to the various conflicts and geopolitical tension and energy transition. And that is also where Thermax is investing. Not every investment will see the light of day, but with stage gates and a strong, capable team, we are playing a significant role. Industries are being asked to cut emissions across their various value chains. Green hydrogen, biofuels, and storage are opening up pathways that did not exist a decade ago. Our customers are electrifying and rethinking their processes. Waste is being seen as a resource rather than a cost. Digital technologies and AI are quietly changing how business is run. And underneath all of it, every country is asking, how do we secure our energy security, our minerals, and other precious resources? For India, energy security has moved beyond being an economic necessity to a strategic imperative. The real challenge is to achieve that security while accelerating transition and meeting our decarbonization goals as a country, which is where I believe Thermax can play a meaningful role. Next. I want to share two of the many projects from last year that I believe bring some of this together. The first story is particularly exciting because it sits at the meeting point of two forces that we spoke about earlier, the rise of AI and the need to do it sustainably. In Vineland, New Jersey, there's a new data center that is being built with enormous computing demands of AI. These facilities consume huge amounts of power, water, and cooling them efficiently is one of the hardest problems in the industry. Here, natural gas engines generate electricity, and instead of letting the waste heat escape, it is captured to drive our vapor absorption chillers. We're supplying 23 units, which is around 46,000 tons of cooling in all. The heat that would normally be thrown away is turned into cooling that the servers need, making the solution extremely energy efficient and preserving the environment. The second takes us to southern Thailand, to a leading palm oil manufacturer. In producing crude palm oil, they generated plenty of biomass residue or waste, but much of it, particularly the empty fruit bunches, went unused because it is difficult and it is corrosive to burn. We delivered a first of its kind turnkey solution, providing a boiler running on a mix of 70% empty fruit bunches and 30% palm fiber. But what makes this solution beautiful is that it brought together the best of Thermax under one roof: a boiler, an electrostatic precipitator to keep emission within limits, and an integrated water treatment system, all designed, engineered, and commissioned by your company, a one-stop partner. 2 projects, 2 countries, 2 very different industries, but the thread running through them is the same: integrated solutions that improve efficiency, reduce emissions, and create value for our customers. This is what business with a purpose looks like. Next. This slide speaks about some of Thermax's newer businesses, which did not exist 4 years ago. Hydrogen and green fuels. We've partnered with the Norwegian company Hydrogen Pro for alkaline electrolyzers. Our own solid oxide electrolyzer demonstration plant, along with Ceres, progresses alongside it. With India's first port-based green methanol facility at Kandla, we are turning agricultural waste into cleaner fuels for shipping, taking us into the decarbonization of maritime transport, an industry which is hard to abate. The second, bioenergy solutions. In our bio-CNG business, a total of 14 plants are commissioned and performance trials are underway. Thermax is one of the largest organized biomass aggregators in India, sourcing over 3,500 tons of waste biomass every day. The third, renewables. Through First Energy, we help commercial and industrial customers move to solar, wind, and hybrid power, helping them with their energy transition. The fourth, water positive solutions. Here we have built strength in zero liquid discharge, water reuse, desalination, and digital water, helping our customers conserve a very precious resource. Next, process heat and cooling transformation. This is the modern evolution of the very business we began with and more. Here we produce heat pumps, waste heat recovery units, closed loop cooling towers, electric boilers, technologies that help industries electrify and decarbonize both heating and cooling, that sits at the heart of almost every manufacturing process. And finally, digital and AI-led solutions. Our Edge Live platform now monitors a number of customer assets across geographies, using predictive analytics and remote operations to help them run smarter and more efficiently. It combines 6 decades of engineering knowledge with the possibilities of modern data science. Next. This is just a picture of the number of customer connects in the last year. Next. We move to our employees. Next. If one were to ask me what has truly held Thermax together for 60 years, my answer would not be our products or our technologies or our factories. It would be the pride and commitment of our people. A few areas on how we continue to invest in our people. Continuous learning, whether technical, functional, or behavioral, through an internal initiative called Honeycomb, combined with a capability matrix, We are building capabilities not just for today, but for the future. Leadership development programs continue at all levels so that we consciously build an internal pipeline. Recognition and rewards celebrating success, including behavioral attributes. Well-being and engagement to develop our people, ensuring every voice is heard, whether through platforms like All Hands Meet, Speak Up, or employee engagement surveys. Next. This is just a slide of life at Thermax. Next. We move on to our vendor partners and channel partners. Next. Behind every product we deliver and every project we execute stands a network of over 10,000 suppliers and partners. Their success and ours are inseparable. In helping our suppliers grow, last year we trained more than 355 suppliers, many of them SMEs. Over 120 MSME suppliers were supported through structured hand-holding, and the results are heartening. Under our MSME certification program, those earning gold have grown from just 2 to over 18, silver from 13 to more than 100, and bronze from 300 to over 350 in a single year. Our second commitment is to a responsible supply chain. Today, 58.6% of our procurement spend flows to sustainable suppliers. It's a small increase over the previous year, but which represents sustainability in a broader sense of empowerment and trust. Our green channel vendors, suppliers who meet our highest standards of quality and responsibility, have also grown from 563 last year to 625 this year. The third are our channel partners who carry our name into the market every day. Through regional training workshops, digital training on our learning platform, including safety and new recognition programs for their frontline sales team, we are helping them build capability and grow alongside us. Next. And last but not least, our communities. Next. Anu has always believed that business cannot succeed in a society that fails, and therefore it is the responsibility of business to uplift society. At Thermax Foundation, we continue to focus on education and skilling. Through Project Setu in partnership with Akanksha Foundation, we are working with 222 schools across Pimpri-Chinchwad in Pune and Nagpur to bring better teaching and learning to children. Through industry-aligned ITI programs, we support youngsters with not just a skill, but values and the dignity of honest hard work. The second is agriculture and sustainable livelihoods. Working through the NGO Manavlok, we enabled 409 small farmers to adopt scientific practices and reach export markets through FPOs. And we also embarked on something more ambitious still, the restoration of 500 acres of arid land in Somnath in Chandrapur through a watershed development and sustainable biomass cultivation. This project was actually conceived by our late board member, Dr. Ravi Pandit, with a far-sighted purpose to create community-led bioenergy value chains. The third is dignity and security for those most easily overlooked. Through our worker facilitation centers, we helped thousands in the unorganized sector gain access to government schemes and social security, the safety net that so many of us take for granted. Looking ahead, we intend to widen our circle of care into animal welfare, beginning with dogs in Pune to sterilize and vaccinate them. And what is wonderful is that over 650 Thermaxians volunteered their time this year across our various programs. A big thank you to all of you. Next, we now move on to the Q1 results. So you will see here that order booking grew 2% to 2,809 crores. Our order backlogs stands 23% higher at 14,045 crore. Revenues rose 7% to 2,303 crores. Our profits have been disappointing. However, I would ask you to see this quarter's result in the context of a single project that has predominantly impacted our bottom line. Our profit after tax fell to 22 crores from 151 crores in the same quarter last year. This was predominantly on account of that same project, for which we have made a provision of 91 crores towards cost overruns that we anticipate during the year. And that is what has brought our profits down. I want to assure you and the board that the board and management are fully cognizant of the challenges involved and are taking all the right measures. We expect to complete phase 1 of this project by end of Q3 FY27 and the entire project by Q1 of next year. With this, I'll end my presentation. Thank you very much. Now coming to the procedural compliance aspects of the meeting. Since there are no audit qualifications made by the statutory or secretarial auditors, I will take both reports as read. The company has provided e-voting facilities to all our shareholders to cast their votes electronically with respect to all businesses as set out in the notice of the AGM. As the resolutions have already been put for e-voting, there is no need to propose and second the same. The board has appointed Mr. Sridhar Mudliar, partner of SVD and Associates, Company Secretaries, Pune, as the scrutinizer for conducting the e-voting process in a fair and transparent manner, who will submit his report. Members who have not voted earlier through remote e-voting can cast their vote during the course of the meeting through e-voting. There is a small vote tab on the bottom left of your screen. You can vote anytime during the AGM while listening to the proceedings or during the e-voting session at the end of the meeting for all the resolutions contained in the notice. The results of the e-voting will be declared upon receipt of the scrutinizer's report within 2 working days of the AGM. They shall be placed on the company's website and will also be disclosed to the stock exchanges. I now invite the members to offer comments and seek clarifications on the resolutions contained in the AGM notices 1 to 5. In the interest of time and because we have provided e-voting facilities, I will not read them out. Once the Q&A session starts, the moderator will announce the names of the shareholders who have registered as speaker shareholders one by one. The speaker shareholder will thereafter be unmuted by the host to enable him or her to speak. To start speaking, shareholders are requested to enable the video option. If the shareholder is not able to join through video for any reason, the shareholder can participate through audio mode. While speaking, we request the speakers to use earphones so that they are clearly audible. In case there is a connectivity problem, we would ask the next speaker to join. Once the connectivity improves, the speaker shareholder will be called again to speak. We would request shareholders to kindly submit their questions or comments to 2 minutes or less so that everyone gets an opportunity to speak. During the AGM, if a shareholder faces any technical issues, the helpline number mentioned in the AGM notice may be contacted. We will listen to all the questions before we answer as many as we can. Can we now move to the Q&A?
Thank you, ma'am. We'll move on to the question and answer sessions. Our first speaker is Mr. Arun Kumar Bupana. Mr. Arun Kumar, you are in the panel. You may please unmute yourself, enable your video and start questions.
Hello. 1 second. The video is not coming.
Hello, we can hear you, Arun. Go ahead.
Video is not. It's okay. Good afternoon. So meeting the
Good
proper
afternoon.
family in a physical age. Yeah, you can mean video as a video is coming. There's an issue. Trying. Okay, I'll continue. Meeting the promoter family in a physical age forms a application from a cooperative event into a memorable experience. With those who build this.
Arun, we can't hear you. Sorry.
Can't hear. Problem with this KFIN platform is very bad. KFIN platform is very.
We can see you, but we can't hear you. Try again.
Now the 1 second. Second one. Yeah. So,
Yeah, go ahead.
anyway, I'm happy. Oh. Hello.
Maybe switch off your video and try.
Okay. Okay. Also is not switching off.
So there seems to be some network connectivity at your end, sir. Your voice
My
is
network
breaking,
is
sir.
okay. Platform is bad. KFIN platform is okay. Private.
Sorry, sir, we are unable to hear you, sir.
Can you come closer to the speaker?
Yeah, I'm coming closer only.
Ma'am, can we request sir to rejoin once
Okay,
and we
bye-bye.
invite him again?
Sure.
Okay, it's
Arun,
okay.
can you rejoin? Can you rejoin in a bit? We'll take some other questions.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, we'll catch up later.
Thank you, sir. We'll move on to the speaker, Ms. Celestian Macrenis. She has not logged into the meeting. Third speaker, Aloysius Macrenis. Sir, you're in.
Hello?
You may please unmute yourself.
Hello?
Yes,
Hello,
sir, you're
hello.
audible, sir.
You can hear me? I
Yes,
am
very
Mrs.
well.
P.E. Mascarenas. I have logged. We have pitched from one terminal, means one mobile. So that is why they must have not seen, mine must be not seeing, but I am very much there. I'll only speak. He will not speak because so much tiring from morning to evening. We are on this terminal only. No? So anyway, I'll be very brief. Respected Madam Chairperson, Meher Pudumjee, other honorable directors on the board, my dear fellow shareholders in the VC. I am Mrs. C. Mascarenas speaking from Mumbai. First of all, I thank the company secretary and his team for sending me an annual report. And also, I would definitely prefer a physical copy because after hearing all your explanations, madams, I really want to see the full script of the book, because online I find very difficult. I hope you all will send me. Thank you very much. Now your working is very good. That doesn't need to be said. Thank you for a very good dividend of rupees 14 and plus 6 rupees as a special diamond jubilees. So it comes to total 20. So it is very good CSR work, and also congratulations for all the awards, accolades received during the year. And also very, very good care is taken of ESG and the climatic changes are all documented in our annual report. Now, after hearing your speech, we are in so many projects like integrated, we in all sorts of integrated solutions. One which you said New Jersey building, data center, Thailand project, then Norwegian. Now my query is, how much do we get margins in this project? How much we are getting, whether it is double digit or single digit. So if you could share that, no, how much margin? I don't ask how much profits and all, just a margin, Then how much of AI, Gen AI and cyber and data security we are spending on? What is the future roadmap for the next 5 years? Where do you see our company to go up to which level? Because more and more infra projects are getting into more, and especially in the case of data centers. I would like you to throw some light on the Nagpur. Once I heard about Nagpur, some data center or data something like that. So if you could throw some light, I'll be obliged you. Rest, I have supported all the resolutions. I wish my company all the best. May it grow strength to strength. And especially, I wish you, madam, and everyone very good health, because it is the health which gives us lot of wealth. So with this, I end up saying namaskar to everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Ms. Mascarenhas. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. We'll move on to the fourth speaker shareholder, Mr. Yusuf Rangwala. Mr. Yusuf, you're in the panel. Please unmute yourself, enable your video, and you may ask your questions.
Madam, namaskar, madam. Namaste.
Namaste. Namaste.
Hey, how are you, madam? I will come directly on point. First 60th annual general golden 60th year, wishing you 60th. Been a 45 annual general meeting, but you are celebrating a 60 and 45, which make 105 years. Madam, this is a very old and our very hard to a close company. Madam, 5th August is your Parsi New Year. Wishing you a very happy New Year, which is coming on 5th August, madam. Now we will not meet you, madam. Wishing you a very happy Parsi New Year, madam, which is coming up this next month. So nothing more to add. Yeah, madam, nothing more to add. Madam, you are a dynamic. I met your people at a Thermax, at a many exhibition at electrical. All the people are there. Seeing all the product, I am very happy, and we are the business. We are the leaders, madam. Not require anything, madam. In your guidance, as you mentioned, everything dividend 14 rupees and 66 rupees, which makes to 20 rupees. Very excellent dividend, madam. This is a record, madam. Or Cape Intech ki link, madam. They are the very good provider, madam. Madam, the mobile is, yeah, madam. Not starting, madam. The camera bolo na chalu karne ke liye, madam. Tell them to start the camera, no? Camera is not starting, madam.
Can you put?
Yeah, madam. Namaste, madam. Namaste. आपको मेरा चेहरा दिखा है. How are you, madam? Seeing my face. Seeing my
Very
love,
good.
my face. Yeah, madam. मैडम मैं फैक्ट्री विजिट के लिए मैडम मैं आशा रखता हूँ मैडम. बहुत साल हुआ मैडम आपने हमें विजिट नहीं किया मैडम, क्योंकि एक बार हम फैक्ट्री देखेगा तो आई विल कम टू नो मैडम हाउ आवर प्रोडक्शन इज गोइंग ऑन मैडम. I will come and direct report. Madam, can you send me a balance sheet, madam? This is a humble request. Today morning, phone came from your team. You joined. How your people are carrying us. Madam, we are very lucky and very proud shareholder of this company, madam. Because your company keep we are a part of your company, madam. Nothing more to add, madam. I end my speech praying the God and wishing you all the happy and all the madam. Good luck, madam. Thank you, madam. Only for the factory visit and the time of the festival as a Parsi New Year. So send us some of sweet so that we can remember you, madam. This is humble request. At the time of the festival, Parsi New Year, you please remember as a brother, madam. As a small brother, you remember us, madam. Thank you,
Thank
madam.
you, Mr.
Thank you
Thank
very much, madam. As a small brother, madam.
Thank you.
And Cape Intech ke liye
Thank you,
jaiyo.
Mr. Rangwala. Thank you, sir. We'll move on to our fifth shareholder, Mr. Manoj Bagadia. Mr. Manoj, you are in the panel. Please unmute yourself, enable your video, and you may ask your questions.
Hi, can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
you are audible, sir.
Ma'am, thank you very much for the opportunity. I'll go straight into questions. Ma'am, how do you see the challenges in FY27? Because the first quarter results, I mean, even if you take out the provisions, still there are challenges. So if you can talk about the challenges on execution, cost escalation, etc. And how long do you think these challenges will persist? And when do you see normal things to return? Second question is, ma'am, about the order inflow. Last year we did about 13,000 crore. So how do you see it in the current year in FY27 and going forward? One thing you mentioned about the data center, ma'am, I mean, so can you talk about what's the opportunity size for energy and cooling solution that we are providing? And roughly on a data center, what would be the value on a per data center, whatever we would have done, if you can talk about it, and the size of the opportunity, and who would be the competition in these solutions. Can you also talk about the green solutions business, the challenges, the plans? I think you mentioned about getting a partner, right? But how much we have suffered and how much more to suffer before we resolve this issue and get a partner. Also, in water business, we have water and chemicals related business. We have expanded capacity, but unfortunately, I think the capacity utilization is not as high, right? So if you can talk about how much is the capacity utilization and how long before we get to the full utilization of the capacity, and what are the plans, growth plans in this business? My next question is, do we have a vision for FY30, ma'am, in terms of the revenue margin with the broad macro opportunity of energy transition, what you talked about? So if we can talk about those. In the current year, we have already seen the challenges on the margin front. So do you think this will be the norm kind of a thing for a couple of quarters, or you think changes happening in that? I think another issue would be on the working capital front, the challenges, right? So again, if you can talk about that. One thing on the order book, ma'am, I mean, with the given situation, what will be the level or the size of order book which with low margin, zero margin, or maybe negative margin businesses? My other question is about the bioenergy, ma'am. You mentioned that we have set up 16 plants, right? I mean, so can you talk about which customer or and what technology that we are using? Because you mentioned that we are using 3,500 tons per day of waste, right? I mean, if you go to government report, they are talking about almost 600 to 700 million dollars of agri waste that's happening in India. And even if somebody can, or the whole as a country as a whole, tap maybe even 50%, that's a huge opportunity. And one thing I understand in bioenergy is a lot of people have set up the plants. Some people have set up 3-4 different technology, but somehow the economics are not being set right. So if we can talk about the economics and our plan forward, because there seems to be a huge opportunity in that. Again, ma'am, thanks a lot for the opportunity, and I would appreciate if you can reply to the queries. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr.
Thank you,
Bagaria.
sir. We'll move on to the next speaker, Mr. Rajesh Chainani. Mr. Rajesh, you are in the panel. Please unmute yourself, enable your video, and you may ask your questions.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Yeah, respected Chairperson Meher Pudumjee, MD CEO Ashish Bhandari, and a very highly eminent board of directors, fellow shareholders. I am Rajesh Chainani and I'm speaking from Mumbai. First of all, I thank your secretarial department for sending me the e-notice very well on time. So which is all full of facts and figures in place. And in the opening remarks and the presentation, you have shown everything, the future roadmap also of the company. I just have a query. Our shareholding is 61.98%. So now when SEBI has permitted us till 75%, no doubt we have a very good shareholding, but we can increase it to 75%. We get the opportunity for that. And thank you for the dividend. But ma'am, our share capital is 22 crore, if I'm getting the figure right. Reserves are so much. So why not this year, you could have gone for the bonus or not for the bonus and face value is rupees 2. So we would have split it to 1 rupee. Should have become like a little small bonus, and would have not affected our share capital also. So that was my only thing. And I wish you and the entire board for the coming festivals. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity. And good that the VC meeting is there, so at least I can join from Mumbai. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We'll move on to the next speaker shareholder, Mr. Ramesh Gola. Mr. Ramesh, you're in the panel. Please unmute yourself, enable your video.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Oh, madam. Am I audible?
Yes, sir,
Yes.
you're audible.
Good evening, Chairperson Meher Pudumjee.
Good evening.
Madam, first, thank you for replying. आप कैसा है मैम?
Thank you.
वेलकम मैम टू जो आपको देखे तो हम भी आपके साथ काम करें तो कितने IQ रहते सर Why? Because you are very leader in the my company, man. Is good health and strong person of human man. That too, जो and and chairperson and all my board, all my board and our secretarial department is doing very good services. Thank you very much. And co-fellow my shareholders. मैम मैडम ये जो हमारे कंपनी के बारे में बोल रहे तो मशहूर मशहूर कंपनी बट ब्लैक स्पॉट कुछ भी नहीं है मेरे कंपनी पे बट मैडम मैं आपको गुजारिश कर रहा मैं प्लांट विजिट मगर मेरे को साल पे एक बार एसीएम के पहले दिन मेरे को कॉल आता बट प्लीज कल हमारा एजीएम प्लीज अटेंड करो मैडम मैं इतने साल से देख रहा तो सर आपका क्लाइंट विजिट हुआ मेहर मैडम आपको परमिशन दिया प्लीज कम विथ जॉइन अस बोल के मैं कभी भी मेरे को कॉल भी नहीं आया मैडम इतनी शेयर होल्डर्स इज आस्किंग humbly but why it is not doing मैम प्लीज आप ये साल है तो मस्ट करिए मैडम क्लाइंट विजिट हमको भी बहुत कंपनी के ऊपर अच्छा सा नॉलेज मिलता मैडम दैट टू मैडम इज माय प्रोसेस मैडम ये जो मेरा कंपनी का any expansion is there is the one question. Second one, any new plants of new plant setup इसके बारे में बोल दीजिए मैडम दैट टू ये आप जो ये डिविडेंड दिया बहुत अच्छा है मैम is very happy to me and all the shareholders. That too, मैं मेरा कंपनी का ESG रेटिंग परसेंट क्या परसेंटेज उसका भी बोल दीजिए तो मैं वो बहुत लोग अभी से बात कर दिया मगर मैं बोलने का भी बहुत कम रहता जो क्वेश्चंस मैडम प्लीज arrange me and get together and plan visit, please. It's my humble request to you, ma'am. मैम जो सभी लोगों को मैं नमस्कार बोल के आने वाला जो फेस्टिवल्स रहता उसके अंदर आपको भी सभी लोगों को मैं धन्यवाद बोल रहा मैम विशेष बोल रहा एंड रिगार्ड्स मैडम नमस्ते मैडम दैट टू और एक छोटा सा क्वेश्चन मैडम जो हम ये R&D का अभी कितना पैसा खर्चा करा आने वाले साल में आप कितना ज्यादा कर रहे वो खर्चे पे R&D पे और नया कौन सा हमारे कंपनी पे आ रहा उसके बारे में भी आप पता करिए मैडम दैट टू मैडम ये जो फेस्टिवल पे हम बहुत अच्छा सा देखते मैडम आप कुछ शेयर होल्डर्स को भेंट देता बोल के ये जो ड्राई फ्रूट्स भेजे मैडम हाँ हो गए प्लीज मैडम ये ड्राई फ्रूट्स भेजे मैडम जो फेस्टिवल के अंदर आप लोग कौन सा अच्छा फेस्टिवल बनाते वो फेस्टिवल को हमारे को ड्राई फ्रूट्स भेजे तो बहुत खुशी रहता मैडम Have a good day. All the best. God blesses you, Meherji, and all the board of directors. Thank you. Please, आप आई तो इतना बार आपको पूछ रहा client visit में. Please, have a good day. All the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. We'll move on to the next speaker shareholder, Mr. Himanshu Trivedi. Mr. Himanshu, you are in the panel. Please unmute yourself, unlock your video, and you may ask your questions.
Am I audible? Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
very
Yeah.
audible, sir.
Good evening, all of you. Respected Chairman Meher Pudumjee, other Board of Directors, sitting with us, myself Himanshu Trivedi from Gujarat, Vadodara. First of all, thank you to our Company Secretary Sangeeta Madam, who will be sending the soft copy of AGM notice well in advance, which is easy to follow, easy to understand. So I'm thankful to you and your entire secretary. Report is nicely prepared. All component parameters are covered in the AGM notice. So I don't have much question because I have full faith on board and they are working. Sir. I have already sent my question and queries to the email well in with the say the time of AGM. Give the opportunity to speak my rest speaker shareholder. Thus, as a speaker, still I have a few questions. What is the market share we have in domestic as well as in international market? My second query: what would be the profit sharing ratio coming financial year? And think over, madam, this year split or bonus share, and if possible, please send me hard copy of AGM notice. And if possible, please arrange the plant visits, madam. At the time of festival, please remember speaker shareholder as same as your family member and as your employees. Thank you to allow me to speak. I wish good luck and bright future for coming financial year and coming festival. Thank you to allow me to speak. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
Namaste.
you.
Thank you,
Namaste,
sir. Madam, with your permission, can I allow our first speaker shareholder?
Yes, yes. Please
Bopuma?
do.
Thank you, ma'am. Arun sir, the panel. Please unmute yourself and raise your questions.
Hello,
Yeah, Arun, go ahead.
can you hear me now?
Yes, better. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, everybody. Meeting the promoter family in a physical agent transforms the occasion from a corporate event into a memorable experience. Happy seeing you and fellows, Meher. It's always a pleasure to meet both of you. A handshake with those who build institutions speaks of something deeper, a culture of trust, a tradition of integrity, a legacy that inspires confidence. It is inspiring to witness leaders whose humility equals their achievement.
Arun, we still sorry, but we still can't hear you. Unfortunately, we can't hear you.
The problem with this now can you hear?
Yeah, better. Go ahead.
Problem in platform. In the camera. Yeah. Hello. Yeah.
Yeah, switch off the camera.
Yes. Yeah. It is inspiring to witness leaders whose humility equals their achievements. She leaves AGM with greater administration of Thermax, not only for its financial strength and technology leadership, but also for the values and culture embodied in their leadership. Virtual meetings may shorten the mile, but nothing replaces a handshake with a smile. The warmth of a dialogue fades away when meeting turns into a digital display. Some companies create wealth, few create values. Thermax tries to create both. One can see the true leadership needs no ornament beyond character. From boilers once to green solutions today, you have helped industries find a cleaner way. Green hydrogen promises a future clean and bold, a market whose full story is yet untold. Could the management share Thermax's long-term strategy in green hydrogen? What competitive advantage position the company has to benefit from the emerging sector? AI continues to rise. Machines now learn, predict, and advise. How is Thermax deploying AI across engineering, manufacturing services, and customer solutions? What measurable instruments have already been achieved? And where do you see AI creating the greatest value in coming years? Demand is rising, opportunities abound across every industry and every ground. Is present capacity enough for tomorrow's race, or will fresh investment set a stronger pace? May future of AGMs proudly be a blend of technology and democracy. As I depart today, I shall remember the people who continue to nurture Thermax values generations after generation. First, I'd like to forgot to thank Sangeet Kunjan because she was very kind to put me number one. But then the point is there is a saying, what you love always goes away and what you hate comes and bites you. I wanted to see you and Peros. I was denied. But glad God has been kind. I wish you all the best. Convey my love and affection to Anu. It's always a pleasure to meet your family. Wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye, Peros. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Arun.
Madam, here we complete shareholders.
Okay,
Now I
so
hand
maybe
over the
I'll,
proceedings to the chairperson.
sure. So maybe I'll answer a few questions and then maybe turn it to Ashish or Rajendran if they want to add any bits and pieces. Data center opportunity. Because AI is increasing exponentially, there's a huge number of data centers that's coming up all over the world. I believe there are over 5,000 data centers in the US alone and over 160 data centers in India. They require a huge amount of electricity. They require a huge amount of water at the moment, and they require efficient cooling solutions. We hear that many data centers in America today are connected actually to the grid. And when they are connected to the grid, they use grid power. In those kind of situations, our vapor absorption chillers have no use. Okay, but it is where the grid is not present and they have to use a gas engine or fuel cells or even a steam turbine, for generating electricity. That's where waste heat is produced. And that's where waste heat goes in to produce cooling in our vapor absorption machines. And so there is a market that exists for absorption chillers. But as you have probably seen everywhere, there is a huge environmental concern. And so there is a lot of time lag from the time that data centers start and they actually go into production. So we hope to see some business in this area. We've supplied, as I mentioned, we're supplying 46,000 tons of refrigeration. As you can say, in one room, a small room has 1 ton of AC, and we are supplying 46,000 in this one order. Okay, so there is an opportunity. In India, most of the data centers are on the grid. So it's not absorption cooling, but they can use our closed loop cooling towers. And so there are different products that go into data centers. We will see this opportunity unraveling over the next few years. Is it going to be massive? I don't know how massive it can be for Thermax. Maybe Ashish can answer that a little later, but there is an opportunity for our company. There is genuine an opportunity. With regard to challenges in FY27, I think we've already spoken about them. But we have, as I mentioned, one very large project of ours that's been giving us problems, and which is what has impacted the bottom line in Q1. Hopefully, this is a provision that has been made now till the end of the project. And so we hope that there is nothing more and that will come up during the year. The second is FEPL, which I also spoke about in my presentation. So there have been project overruns, there have been delays, the monsoons haven't helped at all. A lot of government changes in regulations and which also haven't helped. A lot of things beyond our control, apart from a few project delays and overruns. And so we would like to get a partner this year, and that's one of our focus areas. And the third is TBSPL, where we have 14 of our projects that we have commissioned. But right now we're going through performance trials. Most of them are doing fine. There are just 2 that are on rice straw, and that we may have a few problems in terms of actually demonstrating them because of the monsoons right now. So that might get a little delayed till after the monsoons. But I think the management is confident that these will go through, and then there is an opportunity for this kind of bio-CNG in our country because of energy security, in terms of putting this bio-CNG into gas pipelines, into mobility, and instead of importing gas. And so this has become a huge agenda for our country and for our government. And hopefully the bio-CNG prices will also increase by 20%, which will create a large demand for bio-CNG going forward. Okay, that's that. Then I may also mention that the quality of orders at the moment, the ones that we have got this year, are a lot better. The order backlog is a lot better in terms of margins. So you should see an improvement quarter on quarter. Yes, we've given a dividend, an extra dividend of 6 rupees. We did think of whether to give a bonus or to split shares and things like that, but we decided in our 60th year that we'll give an extra dividend of 6 rupees. We have new plants. Somebody asked us, where do we have them? Yeah, we have them in Jagadia. We have them. I mean, we're increasing capacity here in Chinchwad. We are increasing capacity at Shirwal with our new supercritical boiler that's coming up. We are increasing capacity at Sri City for our heat pumps and some of our new products. So yeah, so there's a lot of capacity expansion that is happening right now. And we've just recently commissioned Jagadia for our chemical ion exchange resins, and also for our joint venture with OCQ. The new production plant has just come up. R&D spend, 0.6% of our revenue is spent on R&D, but this does not take into account the innovation that is done in our businesses. And that is also significant. And yeah, I mean, we will spend strategically wherever it is needed as far as research and development goes, because we truly believe that that's the way forward. Yeah, with regard to the next 5 years, I mean, we've spoken about it actually in the annual report, but we've spoken about energizing the core. We don't like to call it the core, but I mean, that's basically stuff that we have already, businesses that we already have in existence, not the new ones. We want to increase the share of business both domestically as well as internationally. There is a huge opportunity for services. I mentioned right at the beginning that we have over 100,000 assets on the ground at our customers' premises. So there's a huge opportunity for services going forward. The second would be in terms of our quality of execution, quality of our products, just total quality management, simplifying processes, making them faster. The third is using AI, Edge Live again for the services of our products and our operations. The fourth would be sustainability, urbanization. There's huge amount of urbanization that's taking place in India. And therefore, we see a huge opportunity with regard to air pollution control, water, cooling, chemicals business, where we can offer comprehensive solutions. The next, we also see, as I mentioned, our solutions business scaling up, where we want to bring in a partner for our solar and wind projects. And TOSL, which is our utilities on hire, has a lot of opportunity both in India as well as overseas. And the last but not least, of course, is the amount of innovation that we're putting in on energy transition, which is our green hydrogen, our bioenergy, our clean fuel capabilities. So somebody also spoke about green hydrogen. I think it was Arun. Just to mention that, yeah, I think we will evolve as the sector evolves. Green hydrogen had a huge hype initially. I think that hype has died down a little bit, but we will evolve, and we will evolve with regard to our R&D as well as the sector evolves. Right now, we are offering, as I mentioned during my talk, alkaline electrolyzers. We have a partner in Hydrogen Pro, which is a Norwegian company. We're also working with Ceres of the UK to provide SOEC, which is solid oxide electrolyzers. It's something that will be commercialized in the next 2 to 3 years. And solid oxide is required in the hard-to-abate industries that Thermax really operates in. And then we're also working on another technology within our R&D at the moment. So we're doing a whole host of things on green energy. Yeah, I think, Ashish, can I hand over to you if there's anything more that you would like to add?
Sure, Meher, thank you. Meher, I think you've covered everything from the notes very well. There were a couple of points on the current utilization of capacity, and especially reference to the water business. The water plant currently runs between 80 to 90% capacity utilization. The assembly portion of the plant is more than full. There is the place where we do vessels, where we have some more capacity, but it is not like we are short of demand on the water side. If anything, we are challenged for capacity already in a short period of time, and in certain parts of the plant already, and especially when international projects grow, there could be need for adding capacity for water. Yeah, that would be one key point. On hydrogen, as the space evolves in India, a lot of it will depend on two parts. On one, how developers in India are able to address markets globally to supply green ammonia and green methanol from India. And if that portion of India's development market continues to do well, then it will create a market for electrolyzer supply from India, including for companies like Thermax, and that's the business that we are getting ready for. In terms of green solutions, the last bit would be a developing market for green methanol, which is coming up, where Thermax is supplying and working to deliver the first plant of its kind, where biomass to green methanol is converted from biomass to green methanol, and this will be delivered to Kandla Port to do green shipping for Kandla Port's shipping customers. So those would be the 3 points relative to the questions that were asked that are additions. You've covered everything else.
Thank you very much. 1 second. Yeah, okay, so thank you, Ashish. So as there is no other business to be transacted, the meeting is declared as concluded. I would like to thank all our shareholders, directors, and auditors for joining the meeting. I now authorize the company secretary to conduct the voting procedure and declare the results to stock exchanges. The e-voting facility will remain open for the next 15 minutes to enable those members who have not cast their votes and would like to do so. Once again, a very big thank you to all of you for joining us today. Wish all of you and your families good health, safety, and well-being. Thank you.